churro.
Dude, that smells hella good.
Right? It smells like pizza
Oh
almost.
my
and like
gosh. Are these what we're gonna use for churros?
yeah, so this is a purple Japanese potato, which is also usually mistaken for ube.
Okay.
Ube is actually like this really ugly root. This is not ube, but in the States we call it ube just to piss off the Filipinos, I guess.
Smells hella good. I'm excited because we're gonna be making churros. I've never made churros before. I grew up on churros because I grew up in San Diego. That's basically an extension of Mexico, and churros are everywhere, including at elementary school. But I've never made them. And the kids love churros. I love churros. Judy loves churros. So today we're doing a special churro. This is a purple Japanese yam. Okay.
And these are good. They've been in the oven.
Oh my god, it smells so good.
I forgot when I told you, 10 o'clock. So they've been in there for an hour, 15 minutes at 375 Fahrenheit.
Nice.
And these are ready.
375. You said an hour and a half?
Yeah.
Okay, let's make some churros. Here's ingredients for these churros. Flour, butter, sugar, water, whole egg, purple sweet potato, pinch of salt, fry in peanut oil. And that's what I fry in now. Now you mentioned in your video though, beef tallow is still better.
Hell yeah.
No, I'm not saying we should do it.
That's what we're using today.
Oh, what? I wasn't necessarily asking because I wanted to do it here, but I just bought a whole bunch of beef tallow because it's on sale, but this is what we're gonna be deep frying in. Why do you use beef tallow?
Because I kind of stray away from the seed oils now because they're not good for you. I like that this has a high smoke point. I like that also whenever you're frying, say like a donut or a churro, some sort of like sweet, and you want it to hold up a little longer.
Oh yeah.
So look at this right here. See how it's like
solidified?
Yeah, it's solidified. It's gonna do that on the surface of the churro when it cools.
Okay. So it protects it a little bit?
That's Harold McGee for you.
Harold McGee?
Oh, you don't know Harold McGee?
Oh, I know Harold. I thought you said Taro McGee.
But Harold McGee, we always say ask Harold. This guy is like the guy.
Okay.
Like this book has everything. Look, making yogurt creme fraiche. It'll tell you about, oh, I just randomly opened that.
Okay, that's
heating
crazy.
oil, deep frying, oil poaching. It'll tell you like everything you need to know about the science of things.
Oh, that's cool.
So this guy, he's amazing. And look, it's like talking about how to reuse frying oils, all this stuff. Oh look, the whole fried foods.
That's what I do. I do filter mine in a cheesecloth, so that's cool.
Fun fact, this is where the show Good Eats pretty much was born from.
Oh.
You know, Good Eats, Alton Brown.
Alton Brown?
Yeah, it was all out of that book.
I don't know about you guys, but when I say grew up on Alton Brown, as an adult getting into cooking, I first moved out. We didn't have cable as a kid. I didn't grow up with cable TV, just the public channels, the free channels, the ones that you get from the antenna. But when I first moved out, I got Food Network because I signed up for cable, and that was my favorite cooking show. The only other food-centric show that I loved was Anthony Bourdain. So rest in peace.
Yep.
Love everything about that man, what he's done for food culture. But Alton Brown also, the man. Oh no!
So I just learned how to do this. So I'm barely learning how to use it better, but it sticks to the ceiling. Stay. Okay.
So I had a question about churros. We're gonna make this mix, correct? Some kind of batter. Can you save the batter, or is it something that you want to make right when you're about to deep fry?
Yeah, you're gonna want to make it. But so I'll tell you how we would do it at work.
Yeah.
Because obviously you're not gonna be doing this to order. We would pipe. I even have videos on this where I show like you could just take a sheet tray like that, parchment paper down, non-stick spray, and cornstarch. Cornstarch, potato starch, and then you pipe it out onto the tray. Long sticks.
Oh, okay.
Cut it. And then you have all your long sticks, or you can even make circles, whatever. You put it in the freezer, and that's it. You freeze it. And then when you're ready, you just pop it in the fryer. But as I explained in the last video, I kind of like it more when I freshly just pipe it in there.
Right into the oil.
However, because I like the random shape, and I like that it's like, it's fluffier. Yeah.
Yeah. No, definitely fresher is better, I imagine.
100%.
What is this thing?
This is a scale, pot, and food mill.
A food mill. This is a legit food mill. You don't see these very often because they're usually kind of chintzy and cheap. This is heavy duty.
Goodwill.
What? Goodwill?
Goodwill.
Because you probably can't even buy that like that. I don't think.
You're not gonna find that at like Williams Sonoma or Sur La Table.
Why is that?
More because it's probably like an actual like restaurant service type
that is so cool. Wait, endurance. But you know what? They probably have it at Amazon.
Yeah, most likely. And they'll be kind of pricey on Amazon.
What you doing here?
So I'm just gonna cut it.
Ooh, let's look at the inside. That's very nice. Look at those colors.
Yep.
It's interesting. It's kind of got like a tie-dye effect to it.
It does.
It's multiple different colors. It's got this pale peach color and then
But the
deep
skin
purple
should
color.
ideally just like peel off.
Ooh.
I was mainly just doing that to show you the insides. This is really hot. That's why I'm using gloves. It's still really hot with gloves on.
Yeah, yeah.
But
It would literally
see,
be
like
burning
it's
me.
sticking because
Yeah.
the sugars like just come out and start caramelizing. Pop that in there. I said 100, but maybe 260.
And
Let's
what's the
try that.
purpose of the food mill? I generally understand what you do with the food mill, but why would you do that with the sweet potato?
So it's just to basically puree it without pureeing it, if that makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah, without putting it in a blender, right?
Exactly.
Would you call this a spatula?
Yeah, wood,
stir
like a wood
stick?
spat.
Because you see a lot of chefs using it. This isn't as common in a home kitchen.
Really?
Well, at least I've never seen them.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
It's hard for me to find them.
I think what's common in home kitchens is like plastic spatula kind of
Yeah,
thing from
yeah.
Walmart, which that's what I grew up on. Yeah.
For sure. I mean, that's what I grew up on too. That's what my mom had. Okay. Smells amazing.
Check this out. See?
Wow, there you go. See, this is why I need a food mill too. You know, I also need one for my tomato sauces.
That's exactly what this is for, pretty much.
Oh, yeah. But
I
it's
remember going
smart
through
to-
so many tomatoes at work when
Do
we
they
would get
have
them from
bigger
the farm.
food mills for
Yes.
restaurants?
Yeah, yeah, like this, and you're like this.
Yeah, yeah.
It's different.
Okay, so one of the things about Japanese sweet potatoes or Japanese sweet yams, there's a sweetness about them that is so elegant, but it's healthy. It's really healthy. It's like nature's
How
dessert.
so?
What? The
It's-
health
yeah, yeah,
benefits?
yeah.
Oh, well, there's a lot of really good fibers in it. There's a lot of good nutrients.
That makes sense.
But the point is, rather than eating like ice cream or some kind of dessert, you're eating something that's literally 100% organic. This is a great thing for babies that you want to feed something sweet.
Yeah, see, that's something you think about. I would
yeah.
never have thought of that.
Yeah, well, with kids, naturally, just like any human, they love sweet things.
Yeah, and the colors, right?
Yeah, anything in colors. That's a good point. So you want to give them something, you know, that is sweet and sugary, but
Especially now, because this is very Halloween vibes, colors.
but
I'd
you
say.
also want to give them something that has some kind of health benefit to it. So they're not eating desserts or, you know, processed sugars, especially at a young age. So we did this. In fact, we did it with Japanese sweet potato, which is more of a pale white color. So it's different than purple yam.
That's what I wanted to do it with, but Jen was saying I should just do it with purple because of the color and
Smart.
like the fall vibe.
No, I think it's awesome.
Because you wouldn't be able to tell at all if you did it with Japanese sweet potato.
But even when I told Judy about this, she was excited just for the kind of the gimmickiness of it that it's purple.
Yeah.
It's just fun, especially for kids. Even for me, I've always kind of entertained the idea of making churros, but then when I saw your purple churros on your channel, it's like I need to make this.
Well, here's the other thing. I'd never tried it with potatoes before.
Okay.
I like it better.
Oh yeah, potatoes are great in a batter. You know, a good example is potato bread.
Yeah, so that's what I'm gonna make next out of Macrina Bakery's book. I love Macrina, and I
You're
picked
gonna
up
make
their book.
potato bread?
Potato loaf, yeah. That's actually why I had these potatoes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is there a reason you're using the scale versus
Exactly.
measuring cups?
It gets it more exact every time, and I can just put my pot on here, and I don't have to mess with
Yep.
random containers to measure, you know?
Oh yeah, that makes sense. Okay, this might sound like a dumb question. Is churros a Mexican invention? It's not a Tex-Mex thing?
I think it might be a Spanish thing.
Oh, okay.
They're like,
Really?
they're just flour and water. While as in Mexican churros are
Sugary?
pot of choux is what you make eclairs with. It's what you make gnocchi with, puff pastry.
You told me to make a pot of choux just
Probably.
recently. Do you remember?
Yeah, pot of choux dough is what we're making currently.
Yeah,
Except
yeah.
usually it doesn't have potato.
Oh, you know what? I watched your video and you said pot of choux. That's why
There you go.
I thought you said that to me. So you're saying Mexicans made it unique to them?
I mean, I don't know if they did, because pot of choux is a French thing,
Uh-huh.
but I don't know how it came to be. I should Google it, honestly.
Oh, you mentioned in that video you got it at a gas station, but did you?
No, not a gas station. It's called the Soriana, which
Okay.
is, think of like a Mexican Walmart.
Okay.
That's what it is. And they had it in that section.
Did you ever make it at home? Churros?
No.
Oh, really?
No,
Why
never.
is that?
I mean, it's like saying, do you make donuts at home as a kid?
Oh, interesting.
yeah.
I would have just, I don't know, I just would have assumed people would make at home because your family is of Mexican heritage, but even then, it's still one of those foods that you buy at the store.
So now I'm just gonna add sugar, about 75 grams.
So you added the water. Does it have to be cold or warm or anything?
Doesn't matter.
Okay, so we've got the potato.
As you can see, I'm
water.
not using any measuring cups. That's the beauty in this.
Yeah,
you can
because
just
you're-
dump all your stuff in.
Because you're watching the scale.
Exactly,
Right there.
and you get it more exact.
And you've got the recipe right there. By the
And
way,
I
can
have-
they get this at your website?
Of course.
The recipe? Okay,
yeah, or
so
they can
I'll put
get it here. To be honest, like there you go.
boom. Or you can go to his website because there's pictures, right?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's cute. He has a little Pokemon butter thing.
Look at that.
Okay, for your Pikachu fans.
Sha, sha, sha.
And I know why, but why do you have this butter dish?
Just so my butter's soft and
Yeah.
at temp. You don't really have to refrigerate your butter, to be honest.
Did you see Maddie Matheson's butter container where it uses water to preserve the butter?
Maddie Matheson did not invent that.
Oh, he didn't? Oh,
No.
he has his own. Like he
Oh,
sells
he just has his own. Yeah, no,
I didn't know that.
That's a really old thing.
Oh, really? Okay.
You know, that's
gotta tell
also-
me about this because so I have a butter container like that, but it's exposed to
And this
air.
goes
So
on
if you leave it too long, it gets old. But tell me about the butter and the water. It's a container.
It's a
that's
preservation process because it keeps it airtight. Water is airtight. There's no air.
So you're
getting-
saying it's not touching the butter. It's just keeping air from going inside the container area.
Yeah, but even if it does touch the top part of the butter,
Yeah.
it's fine. It's water.
Yeah.
Like actually at work, do you ever seen those, like when they cut the logs of compound butter and they serve like a circle
Yes.
on a steak?
Yeah.
Well, it's kind of hard to keep it at that perfect
Yeah.
shape and
Yeah.
temp. It's going to melt.
Yeah.
So what you do during service is you have a little ice container of ice with water. You cut your circles and you just toss them in there. And you just grab one out and put it on
Oh,
the...
I did not know that.
Yeah, it works freaking amazing.
See, this is why you guys should be following Matt on his channel, by the way, okay? All right, so we've got everything on the stove. He just threw in the butter. What's the next step after this?
So next after that is going to add the flour once it comes to a simmer.
Okay.
But you try to not let it simmer too long, because the longer you let it simmer, the more water you're going to lose. I've had times where I do my exact recipe, but the churros don't come out right. They could come out weird and hard because I let it simmer too long and all my water kind of dissipated and then I had like less water than I should have had. So yeah, you just like, once it starts to simmer, that's when we can add in the flour.
Can I stir this?
Yeah, of course.
I imagine the flavor, which is very minimal, of beef tallow is complementary to the sweetness of a churro.
Yeah, especially in this dish that I had made.
Yeah.
So good.
It's like sweet and savory.
Yeah.
Now he's temping it. What's your ideal?
For these, about 325.
Okay, and why lower than the average?
Then it'll
350?
burn before the inside's cooked. That's exactly why.
I learn things. Because I always just deep fry everything at 350, but I do wonder, there's certain things that you want to cook. Even some things even higher than 350, right? Like sometimes I do 360, 375.
Oh yeah.
Like lumpia, for example. If it's frozen, I'll deep fry it at a different temp than if it's freshly made, right then and there.
100%. Because then like it'll be cold inside and it's, yep.
This is the first time I'm actually cooking with Matt in his kitchen. I've never
Oh,
cooked
wow.
with you. Yeah, I've never actually cooked with you.
Okay, so now let's bust that up, bring it up, and then
Okay.
just add in the flour.
Okay.
Stop stirring and let's see if it's simmering. Once we got to get some simmer action. Honestly, probably do less potato than this next time. We'll see. I didn't measure it last time, so I don't really have it. Cool, now we can add in the flour. Start giving it a little mixy mix.
I have a pet peeve of mine when I see people that don't stir aggressive enough, right? When you're watching me stir right there, do you have any like judgments on how I'm stirring right now?
No, I'm good.
Because
Now I'm turning the heat off.
okay, I'm not stirring hard, fast
Do
enough.
like some stabby stabs.
Okay, cool.
You know, like get it going. Yeah, there we go.
Okay, I forget, you're pretty aggressive when you're cooking in the
Oh
kitchen.
yeah, especially pot of choux.
Oh, okay, because you got to do it quick.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Am I doing it quick enough?
Yeah, you're good because we haven't added the eggs yet, so it's
good.
fine.
I'm a little nervous here.
Okay,
because
so
I'm like,
yeah, no, that's RTG. We're good.
okay.
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 So
It's
now-
getting thick and really hard to stir.
Say that again.
It's getting thick and.
Should we say that with the screen covered so it's out of context? Okay, now we're coming over here to the mixer. Bring it over here.
Okay.
Dump it in there.
Okay.
If you need, here's a rubber spat to get the rest out. But we need to work fast because it's hot right now.
Can I put it on the counter like that? It's not gonna hurt it?
That's totally fine.
Here, you don't want me to get that stuff? Is that good?
That's good.
Okay. Okay, we're gonna mix it now.
Yep, get that ready. I'll start cracking eggs in here.
Can I plug it into any one of these plugs?
Yep. Okay. Totally fine. Okay, so the reason why I have these separated is because I want to be able to add them in one at a time.
Okay.
Because what happens when you add in too many eggs at once to something hot, they scramble.
Yeah, yeah.
And also
so what
it's
do you call it? It's like temping it? Or there's a term for it?
Tempering.
Tempering.
Tempering. Yeah. So this one might be kind of finicky. I might have to see if I add a 4th egg. But typically with my recipe it's 3 eggs.
Is this like an antique KitchenAid? It looks older than like a new one. Or is it just like the style?
They made it to look like that. This is when I partnered with them in
Okay.
2018, see?
That's awesome.
Like you see, slowly tempering. So add in another egg.
Okay.
Slowly.
Why is it that one egg won't scramble, but all the eggs would?
Well, now we can sort of dump them in. We're just like tempering it.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, for sure. No, I get it.
Let me see what it looks like. Oh yeah, okay. That's what I want.
There you go.
So, here's what's next. These are piping bags, right? These are not what we want to use. We don't want to use the plastic disposable ones because they can pop with heat and this
because it's so hot right now.
Do you have one of these?
I don't have one of those.
Well, you can have this one.
Oh, really?
I just got this at the restaurant depot.
Are you sure?
Yeah,
you don't need it?
Nah, it's fine. I have this one that I've had for years.
Thank you.
Okay,
for years, huh?
Yeah. Do you have piping tips?
I think I do have piping tips.
So like, honestly, do whatever you want.
Yeah.
I've done some where I do like this nice thick one.
Okay.
But lately I've been liking this one.
Okay.
This nice like
Just
really
because of the
fine
design?
teeth shape.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, kind of
No, we have some, but
do what
like,
you will. It's nice to get like a container and like fold it over. There you go.
So you mentioned you want to do this while it's hot, and why is that?
If you let it cool down, you'll see it's like really, really hard to pipe.
Okay, got it. It solidifies a
Yeah.
little bit more. Doesn't matter if there's an air bubble at the bottom or not.
It does.
It does. So
Yeah, because if there's an air bubble, you'll get like a pop in your your stream, and don't want you to pop in your stream.
smells hella good.
Yeah, and you don't have to put all of it. Like we can go in batches. Like that's probably fine.
Dude, this is awesome.
There you go, pop that in. And then I like to kind of keep this where I'm working so it stays warm.
Okay. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah. That's so cool. I don't know. It's just deep frying, but it's cool because I'm making churros right now.
So I was trying to go in like a swirly motion.
Yeah.
But it's gonna kind of do it at once at this
yeah.
point, which is fine with me. I like it.
You know, another reason why beef tallow is nice to deep fry with, the high smoking point.
Yeah.
Right?
And also spiders. This is what we need next. I have many different kinds.
Yes. I love my spider.
Just want to like give it a little lift when it first goes in, just to make sure it's not stuck to the bottom.
Yep.
And now we're good. Now we'll just kind of let it do its
cool.
thing.
So you don't have to flip it or anything like that?
Not yet.
Oh,
I'll like
cool.
maybe flip it
At the
in a
end.
while. And I'm kind of raising the heat a touch because mindful like the heat will go down as we add stuff into it.
That's gonna be a long churro. Matt, did I ever tell you in elementary school, as a kid, they sold churros in its own little area at our elementary school.
Okay.
Now, when you hear that, what's your thoughts? It was in San Diego. Because as a kid, I thought it was normal until I moved to Washington.
In my school, we had hot Cheetos with cheese. No churros, no fancy nice stuff.
Like nacho cheese?
Yeah, like legit hot Cheetos with cheese.
Sounds good. Your elementary school?
Yeah. And then they even had like the tamarindo slushies, like everything that's bad for you.
And
like
so it's
trashy
funny, me
food.
telling you about my churros and you talking about these cheesy.
It sounds like you were in like a nicer neighborhood.
No, it wasn't. But no, my point is this. up here in the Pacific Northwest, they don't have that in elementary schools.
Of course
in fact,
not. No.
they're just so boring here. And no offense,
maybe
I love
they do.
the Pacific Northwest. I've never seen anything like
But
it.
like now, like they're trying to get more like diverse and stuff, and it's
Yeah.
Latin American month. They might
There
have
you go.
it. Who knows?
Hey.
Give it a little flippy flip. It's okay if we have some splashy splash.
So I'm sure this is totally normal.
See how
But,
it's buoyant, so I just like kind of have this
but
balancing
the
on it.
churro expanded. It got also
Yes.
more girthy.
It, yeah, we're talking about girth, length, no pops in the streams. Like it's
It's gonna be nice and like crispy and hard
Yep.
on the outside.
Yep.
But it's still gonna be chewy on the inside.
moist inside.
There you go. Have you ever seen the churros where like there's a filling?
Yeah, of course. Oh, come on.
No,
We're gonna
for
go.
reals.
Yeah,
No, there
I don't
is,
know where
right?
this is going. Yeah, yeah.
No, there's not going anywhere. I'm just saying, isn't there some churros where is it a filling or is it because the dough's not cooked?
No, it's a filling.
Okay.
Hot white creamy filling sometimes. You never know.
Exactly, it is exactly that. So what about the sugar that you're gonna put on top?
You can do cinnamon sugar. I'm just gonna do straight up.
Oh yeah, yeah.
For this dish
is there
that
a
I did.
preference on sugar though? Type of sugar?
Oh, just like
Because we're just using
regular
straight up
cane.
white. Okay.
I have been messing with this recently.
Okay.
Like this monk fruit.
Oh.
Gold.
Okay.
It's actually really nice.
Let me show people. And what do you think about this monk fruit sweetener?
It's actually nice.
Oh, it is nice.
It's like a brown
Because
sugar.
I have some
And
drinks
it's all zero.
from Costco that use monk fruit, and I always wonder what like a chef would think.
have
What
you
I've been
ever-
using?
do you like beer?
maple sugar? They take maple syrup and make a sugar out of it.
I just forgot about this. I wanted to show you this.
Okay.
I just partnered with this Japanese beer company.
Okay.
It's zero everything.
Oh.
Do you like beer? This is alcohol free.
Okay,
Try it.
I love
Tell me if
beer.
you think it tastes like a beer.
And normally I wouldn't drink
It's
beer.
zero everything. It's crazy.
At noontime, but guess what? This is 0% alcohol, so this is perfect.
Yeah, you can hang out wherever
Suntory,
you want.
all free, crisp and light refreshment. 0 calories.
That's
too.
what I'm saying. There's no alcohol though.
Oh, you know what this is? A lot of people are into these hoppy sparkling waters. That's kind of what it reminds me
I think
of.
I've heard of that. It's called hop water.
Yeah. So how is this turning out so far?
Well, what's happening is our heat got too low, and that's
Oh.
why it's kind of expanding too much at this point, but it's fine.
Oh.
That's why I cranked the heat. The next one will be probably more perfect, but yeah.
This
Doesn't
is
it taste
good.
like a Rainier?
Yeah,
Because I haven't been drinking since November, so I
will
tried
tell you
it.
this. So it doesn't actually say beer on it, so it's not even a beer type of flavor.
Yeah,
But
it's kind of refreshing.
oh, I love it.
Yeah.
You know what? Leave it to Japanese people to make something like that normally tastes nasty, and it's actually halfway decent.
I mean,
This right here, you guys. This is
It
legit.
could, yeah. There's
This
alcohol.
is legit. My gosh, you get the best sponsorships.
I have a box if you want.
This is awesome, bro.
It's been
This is
November
so
since
good.
I've had a drink, so since I'm curious, let's just see where we're at.
What are you feeling for when you do that?
Oh, I'm not feeling. I'm literally gonna snip this off,
Oh, got it.
and we're gonna see what's up.
Test it. Now, I noticed one side isn't very cooked because maybe it was sticking out.
Possibly.
A little bit of crunch.
Just like probably like another minute or two, and it's good.
That was burning hot.
It was burning hot.
Yeah, that would burn my hand. It's the thing about people that work in restaurants. They have lost all feeling in their fingers. In Mexico, when I was there, I went to the farmer's market and there was a lady deep frying some kind of taco thing and she stuck her hand in the oil.
Yeah, and there's this old man in, I think it's Singapore,
He's grabbing stuff out of the oil.
the fried chicken guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, like legit, just
So
he has his
there's
hands in
two
there.
people on Earth.
And then
one
there's
in
the one with the
Mexico
grill.
and one in Singapore that just kind of have like super hands.
No, but then there's a guy in Japan with the grill. Have you seen that?
Yes.
The flames?
Yes, yeah.
That's crazy,
He's
too.
grabbing like,
Uh-huh.
which, that one seems like it could be hotter.
No. I think this is, would you put your hand in that?
No.
Or would you like go through a
Dude,
flame real quick?
Dude,
I would do
I
a
wouldn't
flame.
even try the churro you just put out on this thing. That probably cooled plenty. Ooh, look at this.
Beautiful.
Is there any like trick to this or just
Nope, just dust the hell out of it.
the sugar that falls to the bottom? Do you do anything with that?
Here.
Oh, there we go. So Matt's showing us up. Okay, that makes sense. And then you flake off whatever is
yeah.
in there. Okay, all right.
And then you can keep it warm in an oven that's off or on very low and
Oh my gosh.
good to go. Just
By
like
the
your
way,
churro box.
Thank you so much, because after I saw your video, I was like, oh, we gotta try that. I need to learn that. Whoa!
Was it hot or did you just freak out when you bit it?
Oh, good. The sweet yam, so good, man. You know, this is a way to do it. Funny you mentioned that you wouldn't normally make this at home as a family, but I'm totally gonna make this. By the way, I cannot buy carne asada cuts of meat at a regular grocery store because the Mexican,
That's a good breakfast.
yeah, with coffee
Yeah.
or alcohol-free beer.
Or alcohol beer, whatever.
Yeah. It is noon. I'm not critiquing this. I'm just pointing out in the middle of this one, the first one, which usually is the tester anyways, right? It is a little gooey.
So here's
and
why I
soft.
like it though.
Okay, yeah.
It's potato.
Yeah.
Remember how you're saying you would eat it mashed? I kind of like that. But if it was straight up flour,
Bro, this is one of the best churros I've ever had.
that's nice.
The only reason it's not is because my childhood is full of churro memories.
So is
It's
mine.
bringing me back to those. You know,
Yeah.
this is literally perfect. This is a
The
perfect
potato
churro.
really makes that flavor. I mean, not the flavor, but the texture.
And
It's
I've
just-
never heard of that before.
Me neither. I just tried it last week and it works.
Okay, there you go, you guys. Japanese sweet yam,
You gotta try this.
all done.
This girl loves it.
Matt, thank you so much. I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna try making these for the girls. Hopefully
me a picture.
it comes close, yes. And I'll put Matt's channel link down below and a link to his recipe. He actually has a video, so he
That's
goes
a
through
nicer
it.
one.
Oh yeah. So yeah, he has the video on this on his channel. And now, time to go home and make this for the girls. We got Auntie Mel's mixer, deep fry station. What are we about to make?
Oh, churros.
Churros! We're using a regular Japanese sweet potato today. Ooh, look at that. It's not that pretty color. You can see the syrupiness right underneath the skin. These gloves are really saving me. I put it in like this. Oh yeah, it's working. Get all off the bottom.
This is 77. 235 grams.
Now the butter. Tilt it down. Got to do this part quick. Uncle Matt, is that? Yeah. Okay, go ahead and put it down. And then you're going to go ahead and plug it in. Just one at first.
Okay.
There you go. There you go. So you don't want it to turn into scrambled eggs. Go ahead and put one more egg in. There you go. A little bit soft. I'm a little worried though. I wonder if we should add a little more flour. Okay, so the tip doesn't fit, so we have to cut it. You want to just cut it like right there maybe? It's okay, go. Oh, there you go. I think that'll work for right now. Okay, so this is not turning out quite like Matt's in terms of it was way more smooth when he was telling me what to do versus me trying to do this.
How can Uncle Matt's done this before?
There we go. Woo.
Circles?
Yes. That's what Uncle Matt did.
Cool. If that broke, would you be sad?
So it's been about, I want to say 4 minutes now. I've already flipped it once. I'm going to flip it one more time. Whoa! That's a really good color. Yeah.
Yeah, and let me open the door. Oh, that's a lot. I feel like it needs like something to get it to stick to it. Oh wow, that's a lot. Ah.